Our next speaker has something that I think is very unique and very interesting. This event is not about selling you products, as many events are. However, I have used this product, and it has helped me a lot, and I figure if it helped me, it can help you too. I have had an Achilles problem. Somebody told me that I should explain that better because not everybody knows what that is. Right above the heel, you know, that little tendon in the back of your foot. If anybody's had the displeasure of injuring that, it's not a lot of fun because it takes a long time to heal. I've had a problem since it's about 15 months that I've been dealing with this. And so when I met Glenda Yoder, she was talking about these crystals that she had been mining, and I thought, wow, that's interesting. And she was selling the crystals in these little bags where you could, like, you know, tie them around your shoulder or your knee or your ankle, whatever is bothering you. So I said, you know, what the heck? I've tried everything else. You know, I went to an orthopedic surgeon, and he's basically like, no, there's nothing I can do for you. Just got to let it heal. So I said, what the heck? I'll give it a shot. So I tried it. Within 2 days, I felt a difference. So I don't know what it is. I don't know how it works. But I felt something, and I'm running now again. I was a marathon runner before, and I've been pretty much out of commission for the past year plus. So anyway, that's why Glenda's here today, to share what she has with you. She is the CEO of ANCHI Enterprises and president of Precious Offerings Mineral Exchange. She oversees the operation of a very unique mine, home to the oldest crystals on Earth. These crystals have been dated to be over 1.6 billion years old. By contrast, the Himalayan mountains are only 55 million years old. Glenda has much to say on understanding the importance of the electrical matrix with which our reality is formed. Some of the other speakers have spoken about how the body is an electrical system. Glenda will be speaking about that as well. Her research and understanding has led her to stunning discoveries around these crystals. She promises insights and exciting new ways to link with the field of infinite possibilities and much, much more. Glenda is here to discuss the field around the remarkable natural resource of the crystals and the active ingredients in the products that she has. Glenda will talk about how this field relates to your everyday life. Everybody, please welcome Glenda Yoder.
That was an amazing introduction. Thank you, Dan. You've all heard enough about acupuncture, points on the body that are actually meridian points, fields around the body, fields beyond the body, to understand that there is a direct correlation between our physical bodies and electricity. The Chinese have known this for over 5,000 documented years. And they studied these systems. They gave importance to these systems because they understood your body ran on electricity even then. The force they called this was qi. So when you see Tai Chi, Qi Gong, all of those things relate to these energetic flows of the body. After their precise study, they came to the conclusion that disease only occurs when and where these flows are blocked. And some of the other disciplines that they developed around them were martial arts. They are based on these flows. Yoga, making the body a fit place for the soul to live, directly pulls and comes from these channels that run through our bodies. And there is another thing that the Chinese learned, and some of the other Eastern cultures. There is a forgotten and not mentioned first step to manifestation. How many of you do affirmations? Practice the law of attraction? The first step is to align and synchronize your electrical systems, your centers, your field around your body. There's a very practical reason for that. It is that your field interfaces to the other fields. And in particular, it interfaces and links to the field of infinite possibilities. If you aren't linked, how much do you think happens? And how many times have you practiced or known someone else who practiced with minimal or no results? And yet, the importance of this does not stop with our bodies. We live in a sea that we don't see. And that sea that we don't see are the fields, the electrical fields, that create all of our reality. In fact, our reality is, and we exist within an electrical matrix. One electrical matrix. Whether what is occurring is subtle or very dramatic, like what we see with the Hubble, it is within one matrix. What we have not understood and what we have overlooked, that cultures for millenniums have understood, is that we are a part of that matrix. And when we say we are one, it's approached like it's a philosophical statement. It is not holding hands in the moonlight. It is literal. We've overlooked the physicality of that. Physically, we exist within one matrix. And now, that matrix and our relationship to it has been disturbed. How? Technology. What we're not seeing in all out from us is that our technology has disturbed the fields closest to us, whether we're setting in computers, using our cell phones. Most of the people in this room know that. But did we understand that it is a separation and a divorcing from this huge area of reality? I live in Boulder, so I can speak of this. We all, in the West, we have approached health simply from what it is that we eat, and we've heard this, drink, sleep, exercise, our water. All of this is important. However, it does not address our electrical systems in a direct way. You can be alive with cancer. You can be alive with a serious car wreck. You can be alive with heart disease. You will not be alive when your electrical systems stop. That's why on television you get these paddles where they put them on your chest. Because if they jumpstart your electrical system, you are alive. If your electrical systems stop, you are not. And yet, how do we, if our external world has compromised the natural flow, where I connect to you with my fields, I flow naturally myself, and now even our world is disconnected because the fields are not flowing naturally. They're not interfacing naturally. What do we do about that? And how does a company like ours get involved with this? I'm actually only one half of the equation. The other half of the equation is my business partner, Laurel Conrad. We got in it with innocence. Innocence. We were creating bath minerals to bring hot springs to your home instead of you having to go to them. So we go out and we get a site, and Laurel and I were Lucy and Ethel go to the mine. We were an I Love Lucy sitcom. And when I describe what it was we were doing, you're going to know the truth of that. We had picked this site because it was a girly mine and it had pretty stones. And it tested with no toxins. So to get in it, we had this little 2-foot door down on the ground, so we had to crawl in on our hands and knees, and our mining equipment were 5-gallon buckets, of which we couldn't fill because we couldn't carry them and we couldn't drag them through that door, so we could only put them a third of the way up. And my real plus was my fishing vest, you know, the kind with all the little pockets, because I could put my favorites in those little pockets. I doubled my mining operation just by buying snowboard pants with bigger pockets. So we would faithfully collect our little chips, and we would bring them, and we would wash them, and we would put them in these little organza bags and tie them up and sell them and give them to people to drop them in their bath waters to soak in these natural mineral hot springs. Well, people started coming back and saying, why is it curing, or why is it affecting my pain? Why did this go away? Why? One man called us excited one morning. He had a hangover and he had to go to work and he couldn't think of anything. So he tried those bath minerals and it zapped out his hangover. So we began saying, why does it do that? And it seems that Lucy and Ethel had picked a site that was found no place else on earth. We had the minerals tested as far away as St. Petersburg, Russia, by the best biophysicist in the world, and as nearby as Penn State. Penn State was significant because it verified that the active mechanism of what was going on with all these people was not the minerals. It was the field around them. In another word, it was physics, quantum physics. The minerals had the ability to hold the field. The field was formed by the site. That's why it's found only one place. And wherever the minerals went, the field went. And whenever that field, that was a virtual interactive library that our bodies could read, all types of things began happening for people. So we began saying, if it's this important and it's this compromised, it is arguably the most polluted and the most compromised aspect we have today. How do we make it user-friendly for people? How do we make it to where it fits our lifestyles? I would love to meditate, but I tell you, I don't have the lifestyle for it. So we actually began with Anace Geoceutical Skincare. If you begin to apply an energetic therapy along with your chemical ingredients, you have gone into 21st century skincare. I am 63, and I can tell you, I regressed. Why? Because all of this energy, that library, my skin began to remember what it was before. And then we began 2.5 years ago to begin to put the chips into pouches that you can just hold. We recommend that you put them on, go to sleep, set your systems, and all of this alignment is there while you sleep. But you'll use them in the day. People use them that can't sleep well. People use them for pain. Because they're interactive, they do lots of things for different people. Therefore, lots of stories. But it fits how I live. All I have to do is hold them.